To the Simulation Basketball Association. It is your boy Kamish Moolah, and we are back with another one. Guys, it is playoff time. Let me get a hashtag Noti Gang in the chat if you're rocking with us already, man. Oh, man. Podcast was a movie last night, and now we right back into the action. CB Canarias versus Alba Berlin. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one. Don't go anywhere, guys.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1.
Let me get the sound. Let me get this announcer off of me. Let me get the commentary off of me. There we go. And here we go, guys. I'm in the block right now with the guys. And we are turned up. David Aldridge down there with the players. And this playoff atmosphere is about to be ridiculous, guys. Trust me, you do not want to miss this one. Let me get the thumbnail up and let me get the links out to the chat. This is going to be a movie, guys. The player of the year, Ariel Severio. The MVP and defensive player of the year, Ariel Severio. Up against the big man of the year, Russ Macy. And the shooter of the year, Christian Ross. This is going to be a crazy matchup. The playoff atmosphere has set in. Are you guys ready? Let me get a hashtag OT1 in the chat if you're rocking with us. Hold up. Let me make sure everything is right, guys. Let me get the guys in the chat right as well. Yes, sir. Hashtag OT1's going out. And yes, sir. We are here live. Tip off on the way. And it is CB Canarias who is going to win the tip-off. And playoff action is here. OJ for three. And OJ scores his first postseason buckets with that three-pointer right there. Christian Ross now with it. Jackson, three-pointer on the way. No good. Tyrone Webster with the board. Jaden Blue now surveying the floor. Jaden Blue, what do you have for us? Jaden Blue in that line, but he's blocked. Good defense right there from the big man of the year, Russ Macy. Severio, what do you have for us? Severio off the screen. He wants the midi. Good look, but just off the mark with that one. Christian Jackson pushing it up the floor. Russ Macy has the mismatch. He has Ariel Severio on him, but the defensive player of the year ripping the big man of the year clean, and that's why he is the defensive player of the year and MVP. This guy's a fearless competitor. Jaden Blue fouled on the play, and he's going to the line for two. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I know this is correct, but just had to do it. Pardon me. And hold on 1 more second. I actually want to turn down these headphones really quickly. Get these things lowered just a little bit. And we're good. There we go. Free throws on the way from Jaden Blue. And let's see if he can count these pennies. First free throw is up, and it is good. Jaden Blue knocking it down. For the guys that's in the block Discord with me, is it delayed for y'all? Are y'all watching the game behind? Like, are you hearing me announce quicker than what you guys are seeing on the screen? Okay, just a little bit. Let me get a hashtag block work in the chat, man. I got some guys in the block with me so I can hear them. I connected my PlayStation to the Discord. And, man, it's a movie. Christian Jackson now surveying the floor 5-0 in favor of Canarias right now. But Jonathan Love, the veteran. Swiss cheese, nothing but net. Tray ball in the books for him. Whenever Jonathan Love is getting that shot going, man, I'm telling you, this Berlin team is very dangerous. But there goes the Juice Man, matching it, hitting his second three-pointer of the day. And okay, it's looking like the Juice Man came to play in the postseason. Let's see how he fares for the rest of this matchup. Christian Ross off the screen. Christian Ross, three-pointers up, and it is good. This is becoming a shootout. Wow. Ariel Severio in the lane, pump fakes up, off the mark, but Tyrone Webster with the cleanup, and Tyrone Webster with the bucket, 10-6 in favor of Canarias, and that's what's so dangerous, man. Tyrone Webster, if I'm not mistaken, was definitely up there for blocks and rebounds as far as the league leaders. Posted that on SBA.2K on the Instagram. Be sure to follow us to keep up with all of the top news and action going on. Tyrone Webster skipping through that lane, trying to get in there, working on a smaller picket. And Tyrone Webster with the basket. 4 for 7 from the field right now. 57% for CB Canarias. And a 40% on 2 for 5 shooting right now for Alba Berlin. However, we know that Berlin is a powerhouse on offense, and they can get buckets in a hurry. Much because of this guy right here, Chris Ross in the lane. But the defensive player of the year, the Cookie Monster himself, shutting him down. And that's what Ariel Severio brings to the table. Jaden Blue, three-pointer off of that little screen, but no good. Jonathan Love is going to slow it down. 10 viewers live. I need you guys to hit that like button if you haven't already. Christian Jackson thinks about the shot, but no. Let me get one of the mods. Drop a @ to everyone in the Discord, letting them know to join this game. C. Ross off the mark. I didn't have time to add everyone in the Discord. I got to get that bot. Grayson, get us that bot that adds everyone when the YouTube goes live. Definitely appreciate you, my guy Grayson, the drip god, head of our Discord here in the SBA. Gotta love the staff. 3 seconds left. What is Severio gonna do? Lean in three-pointer. Can he hit? No, he doesn't. But Payton, Alexander Payton with the putback. He is an undersized forward. Can play the 3 or the 4. But he got big on that one. 14-6. And Canarias is looking locked in, man. Looking a lot more locked in on the offensive end than Alba Berlin, which, you know, is not usually characteristic of them. But let's see how this one fares. Jonathan Love putting his back on the Juice Man and getting a bucket. Jonathan Love looked like he came to play in this one. And now a timeout on the play. Wants to talk things over, wants to make sure his guys stay composed and keep the momentum on their side. This is the playoffs. They do not want to lose or give up any momentum in these games, man. Only a best of 3 series to begin, so the first to 2 wins is moving on. Let's see if we can have our first sweep. Let's see if these guys are going to split 1-1. You know it starts with game 1, and we are here. 14 viewers live. Bomba in the building. Shout out to my guy Mongool Bomba. I don't even have the chat up right now, guys. Severio off the dribble. Severio with the floater off the mark. Love surveying the floor. Love looking really good in this one. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the vet Jonathan Love. He's really stepping up in the postseason right now. Jonathan Love, fade away off the mark. Jonathan Love wants to screen from C. Ross. Jonathan Love looking to work on Severio. That's a beautiful move. And the veteran Jonathan Love making it look easy. Whoa. Juice Man lines up another 3. Good look, but it pops out. OJ, mid-range shot, good. 16-10. And Alba Berlin, man, is going to be in some trouble if they can't get that offense going. That high-powered offense we love to see. Ross in the paint to help meet him. Russ Macy lines up the 3, and Russ Macy off the mark. Alba Berlin's stars, man, hasn't really been able to get it going. It's been Jonathan Love by himself and Severio with a tough layup on that one. Shout out to my guy Malik Brooks checking in. High School Series 2 guy. You gotta love it. Macy, stop and pop. Off the pass from C. Ross, but that one is off the mark. Ill. Jaden Blue wants a three. Both teams trying to get it going from the three-point line, but Canarias has breathing room to do that. I'm not sure if Berlin wants to be playing that game, even though that's what they've done all year long. Berlin has really ran teams out the gym with their perimeter shooting and their high-powered offense, but right now, they are very cold. Check out C. Ross, just can't get it to go. Jaden Blue, what do you have for us? Jaden Blue, step back, midi. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Pickett. Jonathan Love moving it on the break. Let's see what Jonathan Love has for us. Jaden Blue is 0 for 4 on the night with 2 points. Chris Ross, midi, off the mark. And oh my God, I don't think I've seen Alba Berlin this cold all season long. 3 points on 1 for 6 shooting. And the Juice Man hits another three. Oh my God, it is getting ugly here in Berlin. Timeout by Berlin. And I'm telling you, man, Sonia's going to have to talk things over ASAP because this is not looking good. Alba Berlin cannot make a shot, and this thing can get ugly. CB Canarias is not the type of team that you want to let get you, cold early because they're so scrappy. High energy, a lot of hustle over there, and they're deceptive scorers. So when you're down big early to CB Canarias, it's really hard to work your way back because defense is their strong suit. And if they're hot, man, it can be over. Hardy with the rock. Hardy wants the three. Hardy lines it up, but it is off the mark. And Hardy is getting some minutes. Didn't see a lot of him. Tom Ellis with the slam. Way to push it up. Way to go and get you a bucket there, Tom Ellis. Whoa, Hardy, another three-pointer, and ill. Hardy's coming in, chucking up them shots, and that is not going to work. He's going to find himself back on that bench quickly if he continues to do that. Isley, three-pointer, off the mark. Russ Macy with the board. Russ Macy pushing up the floor by himself now. He says, I have to take matters into my own hands. I will. Curry to Hardy. Hardy off the screen from Russ Macy. Hardy pump fakes. Good pass to Russ. Macy pick and pop. And Russ Macy cannot buy a three-pointer right now in the postseason. Wow. Looked like one of the best shooting bigs all season long, but Alba Berlin as a whole just does not look prepared. Tom Ellis Jr. gets his offensive board, but good job right there from Pickett, making sure he doesn't clean up the mess. Hardy trying to find some breathing room, trying to find something. Gilbert. Hardy in the corner. Three-pointer. Still off the mark. Alba Berlin's shooting still not on track. Isley. Mid-range look. Swiss cheese. Nothing but net. And CB Canarias up big in this first quarter. Can Alba Berlin wake up, or they're going to be down 0-1 at home? Whoa. You do not want to give CB Canarias a chance to go home 1-0 and able to close you out, man. Ariel Severio, Defensive Player of the Year, Social Media of the Year, and Player of the Year. Really getting his guys going. It looks like these guys are bought in and ready to play here in the playoffs. Even the bench of Berlin is cold right now. Let's see if Sean Duncan can help turn that around. Sean Duncan has been looking a lot better towards the end of the season. Zach Gilbert, another one of those key bench guys for Berlin. I was surprised to see them go with Hardy subbing Hardy before him. That was a little weird, but now Zach is in the game, and Zach with a shot. I like what I seen from him just now. Sean Duncan and Zach looking to turn things around for Berlin. Let's see. Duncan to Zach. Zach, 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Wants the screen from Macy, giving himself some room. Mid-range shot. That's another good look from Zach, but that one doesn't go. Zach is now 1 for 2 with that shot. Isley with the rock. Isley wants the screen. Isley takes the 3. Decent look. Could have went off that screen a little better. Could have used that screen a little better. Looks like he wants another one. 2 for $1. Can't help it. And Isley skipping through that lane with the left-handed finger roll. Gotta love that move there. CB Canarias really taking it to the interior right now, and they are exposing the interior defense of Alba. Berlin at the buzzer. Hardy. Oh, it wasn't Hardy. Pardon me. Curry. 4-3. Right in Chambers' grill. Whoa. Let me get those twos in the chat. SBA community. Whoa. Great first quarter for CB Canarias, man. And if Canarias could keep this up, man, they're going to go home up 1-0. Big time versus this 2 seed. We might get a little upset here in the very first playoff game of the Overseas Tour 1. Shout out to the SBA community. Man, if you want to join our community, be sure to drop a comment on one of our YouTube videos. Whether it's a live comment or a comment after the game, just letting us know you would like to be a part of our community, and we will definitely get you a Discord invite just to show you around and show you how we rock here in the SBA. Pickett off the screen, thinks about it. 4 seconds now for Jonathan Love. Jonathan Love step back 3, but great defense right there from the Juice Man. Severio now pushing it up. Severio pushing it, alley-oop to Tyrone Webster, and that was beautiful. A little stop and go into the alley-oop. Good move right there and great pass from our MVP of this Overseas Tour 1, Ariel Severio. Sean Duncan wants the screen, gets aggressive to the hole, and almost a 3-point play opportunity, but he's going to go to the line for 2. Tom Ellis Jr. picking up the foul. Can Sean Duncan count his pennies? This kid Sean Duncan has been getting better and better with every game. Started off really like a bench warmer for Berlin. Now he's moved his way into being one of those, role players that I feel like Berlin looks forward to getting in the game when, them starters need a break. So shout out to Sean Duncan, man, showing some resiliency, man, getting it together towards the end of the season, starting to show up in some of these games. First free throw for him is good, 29-16 in favor of Canarias. Can they make this a 14-point game? Let's see. Can Sean Duncan go 2 for 2 from the line and count both of his pennies to extend this lead? Second free throw is up and no good. No, he is not going to count the second penny. Ariel Severio, pardon me, with the slam, and Berlin, pardon me, just has to get back on that one. You can't afford to give away buckets like that. Thomas mugging Christian Jackson. Christian, you left something, buddy. You left the ball behind. Right now, OJ Alberg, a 3-pointer, Swiss cheese, nothing but net. The Juice Man came locked and loaded today, and he is looking like the shooter of the playoffs right now, because C. Ross is quiet, but the Juice Man is lighting it up. And Sean Duncan, there goes Sean Duncan. I told you, definitely becoming a favorite of the Berlin coaching staff. Off the bench, and Canarias right back at him. Severio with the backdoor cut. And I'm telling you, man, Berlin is just giving up too many of those baskets too easy on the interior, man. They got to make it hard on the interior. Good defense right there from Ariel Severio, Defensive Player of the Year. That's why he has that title. Tom Ellis Jr. gets a good look in the paint and one. Jonathan Pickett going to pick up the foul. And Tom Ellis Jr. has a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. Subs coming in. Jaden Blue checking back in for CB Canarias, but a 20-point lead with a ton of time left in the first half. It is not looking good for Alba Berlin right now. Ariel Severio and company has came in scorching in this first half, and this is the exact effort that they needed. C. Ross wants the screen. C. Ross gets it to Jonathan Love. Great look right there, and Jonathan Love continuing to play good in this one. 7 points in the first quarter. I believe that is his first basket of the second, so I think he has 10 on the night. But Jonathan Love is going to need some help, man. Russ Macy and C. Ross is going to have to wake up in this one and help Jonathan Love if this Berlin team is going to have a chance at doing anything. C. Ross gets it to Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson trying to find something, but Canarias all over them. 2 seconds left. C. Ross going to have to heave a long deep three. Great defense from Ariel Severio. He has Christian Ross in a box. Ladies and gentlemen, the shooter of the year is locked up. No Akon right now. Ellis Jr. misses. Tyrone Webster gets the offensive board, and Tyrone Webster with the resiliency, he's going to earn himself a trip to the line. Whoa, way to fight down there. Tyrone Webster is taking it to Russ Macy right now. The same way Ariel Severio is taking it to C. Ross. Man, I'm telling you right now, it's just looking like Canarias wants it more. And this thing is starting to get out of hand very, very quickly. Tyrone Webster, first free throw on its way. Swiss cheese, nothing but net. Can he extend the lead to 19? Alexander Payton checking in for Tom Ellis Jr. Can Tyrone Webster knock down his second free throw? It is on its way. Second free throw on its way for Tyrone Webster. It is good. 40-21 in favor of Canarias. Shout out to my guy Jamal Owens checking in. Chris Jackson. Oh, pardon me, Chris Ross. Was that Chris Ross or Chris Jackson? They just blended into each other just now. But the mid-range shot is good. Oh, God. Jaden Blue making it hard, and that's why this kid is so dangerous. So young and maybe inconsistent at times, but when he has that jump shot going, it is like candy. C. Ross gets the screen from Russ Macy. Pick and pop once again, and Russ Macy finally gets the three-pointer to go. 26-43, and let's see if that's the one that Russ Macy needed to go to get himself going. Alexander Payton looking to work on Pickett. Payton looking to get aggressive. No. Just Alexa gives it to OJ. OJ to Jaden. And Jaden puts up the three, but it is no good. Christian Ross in the paint. Kicks it out to Jonathan Love. Christian Ross now giving Jonathan Love the screen. Love gets a good look, but off the mark. CB Canarias pushing it up the floor. Jaden, spin. Jaden a little cross in the lane. Now he's going to give it up. Good play. Backdoor cut. And OJ Alberger, the juice man with the slam. That backdoor cut right there has worked wonders for Canarias in this game so far. And let's see. Oh, God. Ariel Severio picking the pocket of C. Ross. And I'm telling you, C. Ross is frustrated. And Severio, the MVP, stopping on a dime, knocking it down. He is 4 for 8 from the field, starting to heat up in this first half. Whoa, quick shot right there from Alba Berlin off the mark. Gotta get a better look than that one right there, Jonathan Love. And OJ Alberger being aggressive, staying aggressive, and he's going to earn himself 2 at the line. OJ Alberger playing really good for CB Canarias in this first half. Let's see if he can keep that effort up to close this game. First free throw on its way from the Juice Man. It is up and it is good. Rattles home 48-26 in favor of Canarias. Second free throw on its way from Canarias. It is good. 49-26 in favor of the Juice Man. In favor of CB Canarias. Thanks to those free throws by the Juice Man. But Christian Ross with a cut of his own for the slam. And maybe he needed that one to get going, because boy, oh boy, things have gotten out of hand already in this first half. But it is the playoffs and you cannot afford to skid games like this. Ariel Severio off the screen. Off the mark. Good defense right there. Russ Macy getting himself a basket. And okay, now maybe Berlin is starting to get things going. Hopefully that's a good sign, man. See Ross and Russ Macy both getting a basket. Hopefully they start to wake up. But this guy right here, they got to do something to stop this guy. This guy's hot. Turns the ball over though. Zach Gilbert with the steal. Zach Gilbert to Christian Ross. Christian Ross with the good pass on the interior. And Jonathan Love. Whoa. Jonathan Love is turning up in the postseason. A veteran. Doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Leading this young team in the postseason. I love it. Ugly shot right there from the Juice Man by Alexander Payton with another putback. The undersized forward doing his thing. I love it. Interior pass stolen. Russ Macy got to be more careful than that. CB Canarias on the break. Good move by Ariel Severio, pumping to get Zach Gilbert in the air and then finishing strong. 53-32. And Canarias, man, just wants it more. That's just the truth of the matter right now. Canarias truly wants it more. Shout out to my guy Kennard Roden in the chat. My man from the motherland, Kennard Roden. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. After the timeout, Berlin now with the Rock. Hardy back in the game. They've been running this two-man set with Hardy and Zach Gilbert off the bench. Another turnover right there from Russ Macy. Russ Macy got to be more careful with the Rock, man. That is going to hurt him. But I told y'all, Canarias is scrappy on defense. And there goes a three-pointer right there. Whoa. Push a 30-point lead here. But Zach Gilbert says no as he lines up the three and knocks it down. Zach Gilbert's super tough. He's going to have to do something, man. Isley off the screen, and Isley, that one is not going to go. Got a good look, but just off the mark. Curry trying to work it up the floor. Curry with the half spin, trying to take it up Chambers' chest. And Devin Chambers called for the foul. I think that was a bit of a bailout. But shout out to my guy Thaddeus Hill in the chat. Power forward for Duncanville in our high school series. Love seeing the SBA community really pulling up and showing out, man. Love when I see guys who's not, in series really showing up and supporting, the current series. I truly appreciate that, guys. Keep up the activity. Let me get a hashtag our league. Free throw is up and it is good for Curry. Curry, another role player for Alba Berlin who came on a little bit later. But him and Sean Duncan, if they're going to re-sign with Alba Berlin, I think they can do some things for this team after they lose, the bulk of their stars. Second free throw for Curry is good. Bobbles home, 37-56, still in favor of Canarias. But let's see if Berlin can make a little run with 2 minutes left to close out this half strong. No. Can't give Isley that shot. He missed it. But you can't give him that shot. Tyrone Webster with the loose ball foul there on Russ Macy. Things getting a little bit chippy. Gilbert with the rock. Gilbert to Love. Love wants him to clear it out. Love wants to take Tom Ellis. He don't think he could guard him. And Jonathan Love with a nice strong move, but good help right there from Devin Chambers to make that shot even tougher, because that was a very good look. A look that Jonathan Love hits more often than not. And Tom Ellis Jr. with the three-pointer. I'm telling you, these Canarias guys have came to play top to bottom. Even the role players are stepping it up big time for CB Canarias in this playoff matchup. CB Canarias just looking like just a completely different team than what we've seen offensively. They're turning up right now. Much because of the effort of Jonathan Love and Isley being aggressive. Really came on strong and, you know, asserted himself as one of those go-to guys off of the bench. And Isley earned himself a trip to the line. 14 viewers live. Appreciate the love, guys, here for this Overseas Tour 1 playoff series. Remember, this first round is best of 3. So every game, very, very important. Isley, first free throw on its way. No good. Off the mark, 59-37. Can Isley count his second penny? Let's see. Isley, free throw is up. Good. 60-37 after the split. Hardy with the rock. Hardy wants to screen from Russ Macy. Hardy with the nice pass to Russ Macy, but Tyrone Webster all over him. However, he gets out and gets an open look. Love the awareness from Russ Macy right there. Identifying a double, kicking it to the open man. And that is a basket right there from Hardy. Let's see if they could get it under 20 at the end of the half. Let's see. Isley. Isley to Thomas. Thomas to Ellis Jr. Isley looking to be aggressive. 3 seconds left. Gets it to Thomas, though. Thomas already hit one, and he hits another one. Thomas knocking down a 3 and a little celebration there. 63-39. Alba Berlin looked like they was going to get it going. But once again, another defensive lapse. And now they're behind again. Hardy off the screen. Hardy! Hardy's a smaller guy. But don't sleep on his athleticism. They didn't stop the ball, and he slams it home. 41-63. 5 seconds left. Tom Ellis Jr. Is he going to go for the last shot against Jonathan Love? Yes, he is. Nice aggressive move in the paint. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. But Tom is going to run out, and it is halftime, fellas. Let me see them halves in the chat. Shout out to the Jabberwockies. We appreciate you for the halftime show, but we don't want to see it. Just show the fans that paid to actually go to the game. Show the virtual fans we cool. Ellis. Peep these highlights, guys. Canarias was just locked in at the half. The first half was just one to remember. And take a look at the playoff bracket. Yes, sir. Brackets are accurate, guys. The brackets will be accurate here in these OT1 playoffs. Pardon the NBA, you know, little Brandon. But you know how we rock here in the SBA. 18 points in the first half of the Juice Man. Huge first half. And then Jonathan Love with 12 points and 3 rebounds for Alba Berlin. But to have 18 points from the Juice Man in that first half is definitely not something that I don't think anybody expected. And as you can see, it definitely caught Berlin off guard as they are down big. Let me get those threes in the chat, though, as we begin this third quarter SBA community. Yes, sir. The chat is lit. I'm calling the game, so I'm not in the chat like I usually am. But you know how we rock. We in the block with it, too. So if you guys want to chat and have a watch party with some of the SBA community guys, get in the block VC in our Discord and turn up how we turn up. Ain't no party like an SBA party, because an SBA party don't stop. Ariel Severio with the rock. Ariel wants a screen. Off the screen. Ariel Severio gets it to Peyton. Peyton double clutches. But Ariel Severio cleaning it up in the constant effort and determination of Severio and Alexander Peyton. cannot go unnoticed in this game. I told you guys CB Canarias was a super gritty and grindy team, and they are proving me right in this very first playoff matchup, being led by the MVP Ariel Severio. C. Ross looking like he wants to get it going in this second half with a beautiful move there, knocking down a mid-range shot. But let's see what the player of the year has to say about that. Blue, beautiful pass, but oh my God, Tyrone Webster smokes the layup. And C. Ross, ooh, thought about the shot there. He usually pulls that. C. Ross did not pull it. He's cold, and Canarias has him thinking about that shot. I can't believe that C. Ross didn't take that shot. Usually it isn't a shot that he would not take. But whoa, at the buzzer from deep, that shot was from the parking lot, and C. Ross looking like he's trying to turn it around. Ariel Severio going right back at him though. Finger roll in that lane. Good mobile one drive replay. Peep the move right back at C. Ross after he hit that deep three. Christian Ross wants it back now. He says, I'm going to go right at the MVP. Chris Ross in the lane, but good block right there from the Juice Man. Christian Ross, 10 points on 4 of 11 shooting. Has 5 assists though, so he's trying to do other things. But Ariel Severio definitely is frustrating him. Good defense right there from Jonathan Love on the MVP though. And Jonathan Love going right back at the MVP, saying he's too small. And Jonathan Love, 14 points on 6 of 14 shooting. And I just like the effort. I like the effort and determination from Jonathan Love. If nobody else is going to step up, at least he is right now. Jaden Blue with the rock. Jaden Blue wants the screen from Tyrone Webster. Leaning 3 off the mark. Russ Macy gets the rebound. And is Berlin beginning to knock on the door? 17-point lead still for Canarias. But it is looking like Berlin is trying to get something going. Pickett, Alexander in the paint guarding him. 17 viewers live. SBA community, talk to me. Good defense right there from the scrappy CB Canarias. And now they're on the break. Jaden Blue slows it down. He says we're going to hold. Severio now looking to be aggressive. The MVP gets it to Alexander Payton, but he smokes the finish. Great defense right there from Pickett. Pickett with the assertive defense, not giving up anything on that play. Chris Jackson, good ball movement from Berlin. Now we're starting to see Berlin move that ball like we're used to. Off the screen, C. Ross still struggling a bit. Good defense right there from Severio to close out on that one. OJ Alberga, the Juice Man. He has been hot. Let's see if he can continue it. Severio 4-3 off the screen, and they worked hard to get that good look, and he knocked it down. There goes your MVP of the OT1 series right there. He has 17 on the night. And we are not even halfway through this third quarter. Big shout out to my guy, Ariel Severio. 18 viewers live. SBA community, turn me up. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Good pass from C. Ross to Russ Macy. Russ Macy with the emphatic jam over Tyrone Webster. And that's what we want to see from the shooter of the year and the big man of the year. We need to see you guys working like that, or things are going to get ugly. Good timeout though by CB Canarias coach to try to keep momentum on their side. But I think that Berlin is beginning to wake up, guys. Down 18 right now, but trust me, I think they're starting to wake up. I'm starting to see some signs that is life for Berlin in this game. Of course, if you're CB Canarias, you don't like that. But I am starting to see life from this Berlin team and the stars of Berlin. Defense. The crowd getting into it, guys. Ariel Severio wants the screen. He wants a 3 of his own, and the MVP knocking down the 3. I believe that is 20 points on the night right now for the MVP, Ariel Severio, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it. He is playing up to his name, and Sean Duncan with a nice take. But just off the mark, Russ Macy, though, gets it back and not able to finish right there, but he earns himself a trip to the line. 20 viewers live. SBA, turn up. Let me get a hashtag 20. You know that 20 is a magic number for us here in the SBA. We always want to get to that 20 views whenever we stream. That's our, that's our high goal right now. In the future is going to be 200 and then 2,000 and then 200,000 because why not? Why not? Hashtag our league, hashtag 20. You know how we rock it. Russ Macy, first free throw is up and it is good. The big man of the year. Second free throw for Russ Macy on its way. Shout out to my guy Therese McGrady in the chat. Russ Macy off the mark with that free throw. Gotta count your pennies if you want to come back in a game. Team down 20 points. Cannot miss free throws. And OJ the Juice Man with the contact slam over Sean Duncan. Sean Duncan is not going to like seeing that one. He's bringing the ball up, initiating a play for Berlin now. Let's see if he tries to answer back. Good pass right there to C. Ross. But C. Ross still cold. Still an ice box where his heart used to be in this one. Alexander Payton in the paint. Layup. No good. Smokes it. Good defense by Berlin. Good rebound by Russ Macy, who's pushing up the floor. Gets it to Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson, what do you have for us? Chris Jackson has not been that aggressive on the offensive end. Let's see if he get himself, in the books a little more. Pickett with a nice move. Good pump fake by Pickett there. Got Alexander Payne in the air and Pickett with the bucket. Love what I'm seeing. Berlin got to put together some stops, man. They put themselves in a hole, and then even though they're starting to look a lot better on offense, they still can't get a stop. And there goes Alexander Payton, 3 for 6 with 6 points on the night, 9 positive in the plus-minus category. And like I said, CB Canarias role players came to play. They came with that postseason intensity, and right now Berlin is not matching it, but C. Ross, shooter of the year, in the lane with a tough layup, and that's what you want to see from your star player, Christian Ross, man. Christian Ross, you gotta wake up. Your team needs you right now, my guy. They need you. Ariel Severio gets a good mid-range look, but it is off the mark. Russ Macy with the rebound, bringing it up the floor. Russ Macy to Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson to Ross. Ross off the screen from Pickett. Didn't use it well, but Ross, not too much time left, and a good defensive effort from CB Canarias, Alexander Payton and company. These guys do not play about the defensive end of the floor. I'm telling you guys. Look how scrappy this team is. Juice going to the bench for a well-deserved break with 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Up 20. 0.5 left, and off the inbound, they got to get it up quick. Russ Macy couldn't get it off in time. Shot clock violation. Good defense once again from CB Canarias. 17 viewers live. I just got to say, I truly appreciate the community, man. We are growing. This is the fastest growing simulation league out there, and trust me, guys, we've been putting the work in, and the results have been following. Ariel Severio pick and pop with Devin Chambers. That is dangerous, but not that time, as Devin Chambers is off the mark with that three-point shot there. Zach Gilbert. Zach gets it to Sean Duncan. Sean Duncan wants the screen. Sean Duncan off the screen to Russ Macy, but Sean Duncan is going to turn it over. Telegraphed his pass there, and the defense was all over it. Chambers not trying to work down low against the bigger Russ Macy. Smart decision to pass that one up right there. The Juice Man was hot in the first half. Let's see if he can continue it. Three-pointer on the move. No good. Russ Macy with the rebound, but Russ Macy is getting a bit tired, guys. Russ Macy, man. The coach trying to run Russ Macy wheels till they fall off. He has the mismatch. Get it to him. He's tired, but let's see. Get it to him. Oh, he picked up his dribble, but still aggressive. Can't finish the three-point play, but at least he earns himself a trip to the line. 2 free throws on the way from Russ Macy. Thomas not happy about that call. But Russ Macy, can you count your pennies, man? You missed a free throw earlier. Free throw is up, and it is good. Swiss cheese, nothing but net. Okay. Now let's see if you can make both, Russ. Second free throw on its way. It is up and it is good. 77-59 in favor of Canarias. 18-point game, but can they get over this hump? And Ariel Severio once again right by the defense, skipping through that lane for an easy layup, and that's the problem right there. But I love what I'm seeing from Canarias. They're spreading out the floor to get some good dives to the lane, making it hard, man. If you help, you know, they're making you pay as well. Hardy looking good and stepping up in this game. I like what I've seen from Hardy. Hardy with another tough finish. And Hardy has stepped it up for Berlin, and once again, Ariel Severio with a backdoor cut, catching the defense slipping. The MVP has 24 with 1:30 left in this third quarter. His team up 20. Hardy, three-pointer, easy look. Off the mark, though. Gotta knock that one down. That would have been big to cut into that lead. OJ Alba feeling himself. Did you see the size up? OJ, he's hot right now. He's trying to hot step over Zach. Nice move. But smokes the finish. Zach Gilbert now with it. Zach Gilbert pushing up the floor. Gets it to Hardy. Hardy wants another three. And Hardy been stepping it up for Alba Berlin. But it is the Stars of Berlin who is not getting it done right now. Let's see if they can help Hardy out, man. Hardy and Curry been coming to play. Jonathan Love as well. There's really been a lack of effort from Russ Macy, or lack of execution from Russ Macy and Christian Ross so far. I gotta add Christian Jackson in that as well. He's been quiet. Hardy's been doing a lot more than him off the bench. And Hardy with another tough lay-in using his body. Hardy, such a strong guard. He's short, but he's very strong, much like a Kyle Lowry, bullying defenders down low to get a good look. OJ, the juice man, was hot early, but he is cooling off. Questionable three-pointers. I don't like these leaning threes from him. Curry with a nice move. Good pass in the paint. And Pickett not able to finish, but Pickett going to the free throw line for two. And here we go. I told you guys. With the fourth quarter getting closer, look how Berlin was able to chip at that lead. And I'm telling you now, they can catch heat in a hurry, and they are one of the most dangerous teams when they catch heat. So I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised if these guys get hot in the fourth quarter and it's a different story in this game. I'm telling you, I told you guys, they started picking up steam, and now look at how that lead has diminished as we're headed into this fourth quarter. 13 seconds left in the third, but let's keep a rain check on the comeback talks until we get there. Pickett, second free throw is up, and it is good. Counts both of his pennies. 68-81. They got this 20-point game, well, almost was a 30-point game at one point, all the way back down. And let's see how it fares. Sends the double at Severio. Smart move. And the three-pointer is off the mark from Thomas. Let me see those fours in the chat. Guys, Canarias has been doing about all they can on the defensive end to stop this high-powered offense of Berlin. But Berlin kind of woke up in that third and chipped this lead down. Let's see if the chippy, though, grit and grind, led by the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, Ariel Severio right there. Let's see if Canarias can close the show. This would be the steal of the night if they can take this win and get a 1-0 lead at home. Get a 1-0 lead at the house of Alba Berlin, who is the 2 seed and the MVP with a nice step back midi right there. Just too good, man. Way too good. I think he finished the season shooting 39% from the field. But it looks like for the playoffs, he's looking to be a lot more efficient. Chris Jackson off the mark. That is a look he's going to need to hit if his team wants to come all the way back. Nice pass from Ariel Severio, really pushing it down the throat of this Alba Berlin defense. Pause. And there goes another basket right there. In transition on the interior, Devin Chambers picking it up, but C. Ross knocking down the three. Okay, C. Ross. Come on, C. Ross. Get it back on track. Get it back on track. Good ball movement right here from Canarias. Tom Ellis Jr. with the midi, and Ellis Jr. knocking it down. Tom Ellis Jr. has been giving his team some valuable minutes off the bench. You gotta love the effort from Tom Ellis Jr. right now in this one. C. Ross wants the screen from Pickett. C. Ross trying to get in the paint, but the defense is all over him, and Tyrone Webster just met him like a wall. Met him like a wall and stole that away, man. C. Ross really not having a night that he would have wanted in this playoff game. Thomas three-pointer. No good, but Tyrone Webster trying to keep it alive. Good rebound, though, from Jonathan Love. Way to be there from Jonathan Love. Chris Jackson now with the rock. Chris Jackson to Love. Love surveying the floor. Love goes behind the back. Now he wants the screen from Ross. And Jonathan Love, Swiss cheese, nothing but net. Has his team down 13 after hitting that three with 8 minutes left in this fourth. Jonathan Love has really been carrying this this Berlin team in this one. But Russ Macy and Christian Ross is going to have to step up. Even Chris Jackson. They are going to need all they can to take the lead from this scrappy Canarias team. I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy. However, if they can get hot, now we're cooking. Ariel Severio, the MVP, right now the early player of the game. But of course, we still got so much time left. But he is the early New Balance player of the game right now. Let's see if he can continue the effort and close the show. This guy right here, it's the reason why he's the MVP. And now you guys see it firsthand. Out of bounds, CB Canarias ball. A bit too anxious right there from Berlin and company. Ariel Severio telling his troops we cannot start slacking. And that is the best message you can give to your guys right now, because it is your guys' game to lose right now. Devin Chambers wants the three, but that is off the mark. However, Jaden Blue out-hustles Russ Macy for that rebound. And that's the things that you cannot afford to have happen when you're down. Ariel Severio wants the three, and he's been working on that three-pointer all year long. And now in this game, it is looking sweet. I'm telling you, he's been working at that. Definitely been trying to work on that, getting that three-pointer consistent. And you see the work is paying off. Chris Ross, though, that's what he does, but he misses. Saw it. Ellis Jr. makes it on the break. And CB Canarias, man, they just wanted more. They just wanted more. I don't, it's nothing. I know, like I said, man, Berlin is very dangerous. And you can never you never could close the curtains on them until the clock says 0-0. But right now, man, the effort of CB Canarias is just telling me that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in this playoffs series. And I just don't think that, I just honestly don't think that Berlin has enough to come all the way back in this game. I don't think that they have enough to do it. It'll be very interesting to see if they do, but I highly doubt that they have what it takes to come back when Canarias is playing like this. They're super hot. The role players are feeding off of the energy. The MVP is just playing next level. He's definitely upped it a notch for the playoffs. And, when all of those things are clicking for a team, I just don't think that, you're going to be able to overthrow them, man. I think that, it's 6 minutes left, but I do think that it is over. And Jaden Blue skipping through that lane, easy layup, proving my point, back to an 18-point lead. In this fourth quarter, CB Canarias is beating Berlin 13-8 right now and shooting way more efficient. Chris Ross, three-pointer on the way, defense all over him. Did you see the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year just breathing down his neck? But that is why I see Ross is so good, and that's why he's Shooter of the Year, because he does things like that. But once again, the interior just too weak, and Tyrone Webster slamming it home. Jonathan Love wants a quick three off the mark. Jonathan Love kind of running out of gas now after pretty much having to do it all for this team. Jaden Blue struggling in this game, but it does not matter because his team has his back. They are making sure they are up big, and C. Ross knocking down another three-pointer. And I feel like, man, C. Ross is slowly but surely gaining traction, so I don't want to close the curtain on him, man, but it's the defensive end. They have to stop it. I think that's good. Oh, just rims out, but you see, it looks like that. You can't give Devin Chambers that look. That's why I think that it's just going to be hard for them to get the lead, because Devin Chambers is going to hit that the next time he gets it. And Russ Macy and one, right as I'm, kind of closing the curtains on them, they're showing you why I shouldn't and why I've been so hesitant to, just call game. Russ Macy with a chance to make this an 11-point game. Excuse me, guys. Pardon me. But Russ Macy with a chance to make this an 11-point game. Wow. And he knocks down the free throw to make it an 11-point game. And now we have a game here with 5 minutes left. Ariel Severio breaks down Christian Ross, but he doesn't want to rush it. He waits and lets him recover. Good pick and roll right there, and that's why Ariel Severio was so patient, because he knew he had his guy Tyrone Webster, and that pick and roll has just been killing Berlin in this one. If I'm being honest, that has just been killing Berlin. C. Ross with the rock. C. Ross gets in the paint, and C. Ross slams it home. Back to 11 points. C. Ross with a sense of urgency, trying to mix it up, because he's not having the best shooting night. But Ariel Severio off the screen getting a decent look. However, that one doesn't go. Those looks are just too easy, though. I like that Berlin is trying to get it going on offense now. However, I don't like their defensive effort. They're just a bit too lax off the screen, too lax on the closeouts, and I don't like it. C. Ross, three-pointer on the way. Good defense from Severio. And C. Ross, you just went in the paint, got an easy dunk. Why not try to go, in the paint again and then draw a foul maybe, or get it in one, try to cut this lead even more, trying to gain all that traction back from the three-point line. Can help you, yes, but it can hurt you even more. Miss right there on that one from Jaden Blue. Chris Jackson with the rock. 3:30 left. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. C. Ross now trying to work on Alexander Payton. Alexander Payton all over him. Good defense from Alex. Going to be denied on that play. The juice man backdoor cut once again. Sweet finger roll. And CB Canarias shooting 51% from the field in this one. It's not that Berlin is shooting terrible, because they're shooting 46%, but just everything you would have wanted from Canarias, man, in this one. They are shooting the ball tremendously, and they are guarding how we expect them to guard, and the results are just beautiful, man. Gotta love it. The MVP is playing like the MVP. He's also playing like the Defensive Player of the Year, which he is. And Alexander Payton and the rest of the role players are stepping up big time. Every time Berlin almost has some momentum going, it's either a role player, the MVP, or just the physical dominance on the inside and in transition for CB Canarias that's helping them just extend that lead right back. Wow. Alexander Payton at the line. Can he finish the three-point play? No, he doesn't count his penny. But with 2:30 left, do you guys think that Berlin had enough time to make something happen? Zach Gilbert. Zach trying to get Christian Ross open. Now gets it to Russ Macy. Russ Macy has been another guy who has been bottled up. And Alexander Payton with the clutch bucket. With the clutch steal on the last play. With the block on Chris Ross in the last play. And now he steals that one away. Wow. Shout out to Alexander Payton. This guy is locked in. Severio trying to go one-on-one, but no good. However, look at this offensive rebound and effort from Webster and Payton once again, and Payton with another and one. Alexander Payton coming up huge for CB Canarias in this one. This fourth quarter has to be dedicated to Alexander Payton, man. Alexander's Payton effort in this fourth quarter is definitely the sole factor as to why they're able to stop Alba Berlin in their tracks when they're trying to make a comeback effort. This is crazy. 105 to 87, 2 minutes left. Time out, Berlin. Whoa, Alexander Payton, man. What a way to step up for the role player. And that's what you're going to see in the playoffs, man. These role players really stepping it up big time. These role players really, embracing their role in key moments. And that's what the playoffs is about. Let me get a hashtag playoffs in the chat. Christian Ross off the screen. Christian Ross been a bit sloppy with that ball, but we know that Canarias is one of the best defensive teams. So we're going to attribute it to that. Zach Gilbert has to put up a bad shot off the mark, but Russ Macy with the putback. 130 left, 89 to 105. Russ Macy with 17 and 17, but Tyrone Webster just did what he needed to do. Not matching the effort scoring-wise, but matching it rebounding-wise, matching it effort-wise, fighting with the best big down low. And big shout out to Tyrone Webster for what he was able to do. Man, Russ Macy is going to get his, but he definitely didn't let Russ Macy's impact take over this game. So big shout out to Tyrone Webster. We knew that Tyrone Webster was one of those guys, so that's very interesting to pay attention to. C. Ross takes a wild shot off the mark, and with 50 seconds left, I believe it's safe to say that CB Canarias is going to move on to 1-0 in this 3-game series in the first round of OT1 playoffs. Wow, CB Canarias steals game 1 away against Alba Berlin, a team who was super hot all year long. Jonathan Love knocking down the three-pointer, gonna make it look respectable in the end, and Jonathan Love gave it all he could. However, it was just not the night for Alba Berlin. Zach Gilbert picking up the foul there. 18 seconds left. Might as well let him run it out, but still picked up the foul. Ariel Severio at the line, just adding, the finishing touches to this amazing effort, man. Showing you guys tonight why he's the MVP, why he's the clean-cut leader of this Canarias team, man. Even showed you why he was the defensive player of the year, just picking off passes, picking the pockets of these ball handlers of Alba Berlin. And you gotta love the effort from Ariel Severio in this one. Like I said, able to steal game 1. This is huge. This is huge. Hardy looking to make it a bit more respectable, and Hardy had himself a night off the bench. Just too bad the starters couldn't get it done. But CB Canarias 1 win away from a sweep in the first round as they steal a game. These guys are hype. Check out Hardy there. Check out the MVP. $107 to 94 in favor of Canarias in this one. Big shout out to Ariel Severio, the MVP, coming away with the player of the game. And like I said, once again, just showing you why he was the most valuable player of the year and defensive player of the year all in one. Game 1 in the books. And appreciate you guys for sticking with us for this playoff coverage, sticking with me for this live playoff commentary, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let me get a hashtag our league as I go over this box score. The MVP with 31 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals on 13 of 23 shooting from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had 2 dunks in the game, was responsible for 44 points. That's why he's super valuable and the most valuable player in this league. Alba had huge first half, scoring 18 points, cooled down in the second half, finishing with 22 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 8 for 14 from the field, 4 for 8 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, responsible for 24 points, 2 dunks credited to him. Tyrone Webster with a huge night as well, bottled up Russ Macy just enough to get his team the win. 12 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 for 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. You gotta love the effort from Tyrone Webster as well. Alexander Payton, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 blocks, 5 for 9 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and his role was pivotal in this winning effort right here. Those 11 minutes were super clutch, and I believe he closed the game. And smart decision by the coach to allow him to do that, because this guy's effort in the fourth quarter was just amazing. And I think when guys go back and watch the fourth quarter, this effort from him might have been what really changed the course of this series. When we look back on this in history, Tom Ellis Jr., 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. And if you paid attention to Canarias during the season, it was these 2 guys at the 4, a bit undersized as you can see. They both play power forward, small forward, one being 6'8", at a 75 overall, 201, and the other being 6'9", 253, 24 years old, at Tom Ellis Jr. But both of these guys super talented, splitting that power forward, responsibility, and you gotta love what you got from both of them. You gotta love it. Jaden Blue was off tonight. Good defense by Chris Jackson. Good effort by Chris Jackson, because look, as you can see, he was definitely in a box. But shout out to Jaden Blue for not being rattled and doing all of the other things that his team needed him to do to contribute to this win. 7 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, no steals, no blocks for Jaden Blue, but I'm going to say that's still a very good game, because he stepped up and did everything else that his team needed him to do. The rest of these guys are generics. You can just look over them stats there, and then we're going to get into the losing team. For the losing team, Christian Ross, shooter of the year, definitely had a hard time tonight. 23 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 3 turnovers, 9 for 23. So he had 23 points on 23 shots. It's very tough, but we know it's going to be tough when you're getting guarded by the defensive player of the year and MVP, Ariel Severio. So still wound up being a pretty decent night. 5 of 11 from 3.9 is not bad. However, from the field, I want to see him, tighten up, and also want to see him turn over the ball a lot less. Jonathan Love, 20 points, stepped it up big. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist for him. 8 for 19, 4 for 8 from the three-point line. And that was just a good effort from Jonathan Love, man. Just needed some help. Russ Macy, 17 and 17 on the night, 6 of 9, 3 turnovers though, did have 5 blocks, 4 assists, and I just think Tyrone Webster made it hard. He made the looks difficult. He made Russ Macy second guess himself at times. He made Russ Macy pick and pop a little more than usual when he might have rolled if it was a different big in the paint. So big shout out to Tyrone Webster for the effort. Gotta love it. One of the good generic bigs that play defense. And then Jesse Hardy, good effort off the bench. Like I said, that Kyle Lowry mode, a thicker guy, stronger guy, but still very short at that point guard position, but definitely imposed his will and made an impact on this game. Sad that it didn't amount to a win, but to score 13 points and have 2 rebounds, 2 assists in 9 minutes on 6 of 9 shooting. 3-point shooting, maybe you want to see a little more in that department, but that's a great effort, man. That's a great effort. And then you see the rest of these guys in the losing effort. Want to see them step up, especially Chris Jackson, man. 2 points and 5 assists on 1 for 3 shooting, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. Like, that's not going to cut it, my guy. Like, that's literally not going to cut it. Like, Your team is going to need more from you as the starting point guard. I know you're a young guy, but you got to step it up, man. Got to be more aggressive or something. You know, don't want to be too aggressive to a fault because you still want to play within the system. But, you know, that this performance right here is not acceptable. You know, I did do a good job on defense with Jaden Blue, but I got to see a little more here, man. Got to see a little more. Same thing for Sean Duncan. Didn't really play bad 8 minutes, but, you know, I just show me a little more. Just show me a little more. Gonna get you guys, the user guys, and some of the top generics, their highlights. Then we're gonna go into the team stats, the teams comparisons. You know how we rock, and then I'm gonna end the stream to get the pictures and everything. But the Ariel Severio with a great effort, man. This guy just showing you, man, why he's really that guy. Really showing you why he's that guy. OJ Alberger. OJ in that lane, slamming it home. OJ with the 3. Give me 3. Cheese. OJ with the block. OJ with another 3. OJ with the finger roll in that line. And OJ just stepped it up big time in the first half. I don't think nobody expected him to have the first half he had. But, man, is Canarias happy to have had that effort from him and Webster. Look at Webster, man, active on them boards. Look at him fight. Look at it, offensive rebound and then slamming it home. Peep the block on C. Ross. Peep the pick in C. Ross's pocket. Back door, caught Russ Macy slipping, laying. And gotta love the effort. I love the effort in the fight from Tyrone Webster in this one. Him and Russ Macy was definitely battling down there in them trenches. And I love it. Alexander Payton, Tom Ellis Jr., both generics, but both of them played very good and just had a very good effort tonight. Jaden Blue didn't play that well. I'm still gonna give him his highlights real quick before we get into the losing team's efforts and get into those highlights. But if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Simulation Basketball Association. Well, the channel is the Moolahverse Gaming, but this is the Simulation Basketball Association, man. This is our in-house basketball league, man, where the community members can become the players that tell the story. So if you're interested in that, drop a comment and let us know, man. We got a Discord community. We got over 100 members, staffs, and all of that good stuff, man. We have our own currency and everything. So make sure you don't miss out on all the SBA fun, guys. The SBA really turning up, taking things to new heights, man. Trying to get this thing to the next level. And I appreciate all the love and effort from you guys. See, Ross looked decent in the second half, but put himself in a hole early. Not his fault though, man. Ariel Severio is a tough run against anyone. So don't hold your head. See, Ross still young. Still another game left to redeem yourself. But definitely going to have to get it together quickly, man, because one more loss and these guys are out of here. Only a 3-game series for the first round. So let's see how this series develops, guys. Jonathan Love looked really, really good in this one, like I said, man. But hopefully he can be consistent and get the stars going, man. Get the stars, the guys that, you know, really got them there going. Russ Macy knocking it down. Russ Macy looked good. 17 and 17 was not bad, honestly, for Russ Macy. And he still had 5 blocks. But I just think he could have had more of an impact on the game. And that's why I have to give the credit to my guy, Tyrone Webster, for what he was able to do. But that's going to cover the player stats, guys, and box scores. Let me just make sure I get this for Rodin and stuff like that. That's gonna that should cover the player stats and box scores, if I'm not mistaken. Do this for both teams. For my stat guys, before we get into the team comparisons. 107 to 94. 49% from the field for Canarias. Okay. This is definitely a decent game. Berlin started working their way back later, but just a case of too little too late. Still hit more threes than Canarias from a better percentage and better percentage wise. But the fact that Canarias played on the inside out, I feel like it just blended better. But the game definitely looked respectable by the end. It was further apart than the score looks. Um, but a great effort. Fast break points, 21 for Canarias, and it's really based off of their like defense. They had 16 points off turnovers. And Berlin turned it over 10 times in this game. 10 turnovers, that is very tough. Gonna have a problem when you're turning over at that rate. And that was the moral of the story. But appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. This is the Overseas Tour 1 playoffs. That was game 1 of the 2 seed Alba Berlin versus the 3 seed CB Canarias. It's your boy Kamish Mula. I truly appreciate you guys for rocking with us as always. Hashtag our league. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at SBA.2K or leave a comment here if you want to get in tune with our community. Join today. You won't regret it. Peace.